Welcome guys, welcome of course to the big bad show, two halves. I'm your boy, Jeremy, such man. Black Blingers over there, Black Blingers. We're not even waste time, The Jamaican Premier League, powered by Digicel, officially got off on the way last week. Wow, see some interesting stuff right away.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
We see some match up here 1 o'clock. I was there, not physically, because of course you're not spectators. I wouldn't get my credentials yet. But I was watching the game on the Sportsman's app. Some of the games look very good. Some of them look awful. Some of them, especially the favourites. But let's take a recap on last week's games. Who was the first game up? Mount Pleasant versus Tivoli Gardens. With a veteran striker Jeremy and Teddy Johnson playing 80 to 81 minutes. Wow, in the sun. It wasn't that hot still, but 1 o'clock game. But I'm surprised that it lasted that long. So it's a dull game, dull game.
Disappointed based on the Mount Pleasant standard.
We soon get to them.
Trust me.
Mount Pleasant. They never look up to par. So that's the result. The other game following that was Cavaliers versus Lion.
Cavaliers 1-2.
Yeah man, chalk and cheese man.
Old foot Lion.
The youngsters run them blow past the old more mature guys of the Lion. Lion them look sick, Lion them look overweight like them. Why I don't know. Sunday, who we play Sunday? Who look at Sunday? Mullines playing Veer, that drew nil. And we also saw Portmore United.
Down the wall in
so the St. Catching derby. It's a new derby. It's the newest derby that we have. Is it that newest derby? It's the newest derby that we have in Jamaica.
Portmore run on 2-0 win over
Portmore look like Portmore, and we understand there are a lot of players yet to get in the squad. Some of them are overseas, some are back here. So Portmore look like they will challenge. We see Monday, Watos played Harborview. That boy Chung. That boy Chung. You can't give free kick, the man also look like the David Beckham of Jamaica right now.
From schoolboy days.
Remember the free kick when one score against Woolman's in the Manning Cup there? Yeah man said JC cracking and he cracked one more. Chung. So 1-1. Waterhouse versus Harborview. Arnett got that game wasn't played. That game wasn't played because
the withdrawal.
UA is officially out of the Jamaican Premier League. So it's now 11 teams and not 12. So every week. So last week Arnett managed to stay out and see everybody play. So they have an extra week to go.
Again, an extra week of training and preparation.
But what we see so far in the Jamaican Premier League, surface, what does surface look like to you?
Yeah, looking good.
Very good. Look very good. I see
not a big fan of the AstroTurf.
Yeah, because you can see when the ball bounce at times, you can see the visuals.
It kind of enhances the player them.
Yeah man, because the teams that have the more technical and tactical players and technical players.
Yeah, you can
see the big difference with them.
Different from the normal season, so sometimes you have some look bumpy. Yeah. Like down at Tivoli and stuff.
You know, I just want to talk about Tivoli.
You fly off on man.
Brother, you come over Boys Town, you see over Boys Town. The surface look really good. The surface look really good. The backdrop of the mountains. I don't remember that specific name of the mountain. But the backdrop of the mountains with the UAE, it look very good.
Stuff,
very good. One disappointing thing about that though is that we were on the campus, the University of the West Indies campus, more to the Jamaica. What's his name? The Captain Horace Center. But the first game was actually delayed because
15 to 20 minutes
because there was no ambulance there.
And that was airtime losing.
Yeah man, it's the first game, so that was kind of an embarrassing moment right there,
and the fact that it is showing within the Caribbean. You have person in New York I call with Wagwan. You have people in Miami I call with. You have Canada.
But even in Jamaica, yes, so we have our own have our own little data ticket, and you know, we're powered by Diesel, so we have a Sportsmax.
It was a bit.
It run my data too.
Yeah, it was a bit embarrassing to see that the league.
So that was kind of one of the saddest note that we could have seen start on. Positive side, of course, you know. What's the positive, Leon?
There was no positive test.
No positive test. You know, long football could have played. Right. You know, long.
So the football spread corona, remember that?
You know, long, so no player, no coaching staff, no administrator. Anyone that is
associated
with the clubs that are going to get entrance to the game, to the bubble, the biometric bubble.
Nobody got tested.
No one tested positive. So very good there.
Very, very first round of testing. So we know that this weekend again, there's going to be another set of testing again. So pretty much like every round,
there will be
testing.
And that is cost that the sponsors undertake. So kudos to the sponsors.
But come to the new season that can't go and do it?
They can't. Player of the week. Player of the week. Cavaliers, Atkinson, busy.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that game that much.
It's a Kingston College old boy, you know.
I didn't get to see that game.
So you don't know what kind of the rivalry still, you know, the green and black in our board. The youth looks solid, man. To be honest with you, he was the game changer coming in to the Humble Lion team. The Humble Lion team, as I said, they never even get close to the ball. You know, they were kind of played off the pitch, especially in the second half.
Whereas the fact that the pace of the young Cavaliers.
Yes, man. And I say, when Busy came on, he lived up to his nickname. He was extremely busy. Every time booming down the flank, making interceptions, dribbling past one, past two, making overruns. So he deserved it. And then eventually scored what I think so far is a goal of the season, even a 1 week. You know, from out the box at least 23 yards out, right in the V, goalkeeper was helpless. Push Humble Lion back 1-0. And then the man just come again with another splitting pass to the outside of him boot. You know, then Roberto Carlos possibly outside him boot to the assist, you know. 2-0, and that was the nail in the coffin. So Busy, definitely for me, Mr. Atkins, well done youngster, keep it going on. And again, it looked good to see the youngsters coming in from Monaco. This is what we were always asking for. The youngsters coming in from Monaco and then play. And not only Cavaliers.
We can pick them up.
Because Cavaliers would have been probably the pioneers in that. Who did it mainly. Harborview to some extent, still Harborview the way. Portmore, we see Rafi Bryan, we see Omar Reed, family, Boys Town, a couple of the Boys Town players over there now. So it looked good. It looks real good. What I can tell you is that if we continue on this surface, the youngsters are going to have a field day with the older guys, because the older guys would definitely be at least 2-3 steps behind them. So kudos to Mr. Atkinson. Adapted team, you know.
Mount Pleasant.
What was that? What was that?
That was embarrassing, man.
People, listen, I don't want to be overly critical. It's just the first game. It's just the first game, but I hear a team.
Yeah, I can be. My team. No creative player in the game.
Yeah, they have no creative player. The Mount Pleasant. And again,
the three workers midfielders.
But why we're singling out Mount Pleasant is because Mount Pleasant is easily the overwhelming favorite to win this competition.
The club
that pumping the money. The club that has never took a break in the Corona period.
Buy players from as far as
Guyana. I mean, it just never looked good for me. The build-up play, they look lethargic, they look more mechanical, like robots. They never look free for me. And I think, to the fact that Teddy Johnson played for almost 81 minutes, I think it's a discredit to the league itself, because I can't see a striker, as much as he's fit, if the Mount Pleasant team was moving the ball swiftly around. Tell you that ball, man.
That's meaningless. That's what make people come.
The ball game was so slow. Me could have keep up. They had no vision. They can't create a pass. I don't know what happened.
Isaac and Rankin. Three workers.
But even if you do get the passes, one thing that stood out to me, even if you do get the creative passes, because of course, hardware will be back in the mix. But if you do get the creative players who can split those defense splitting backline passes, I still can't see the striker when Mount Pleasant have to score the goal.
Baby.
I listen.
Oh, listen, no.
I'm not sure. So producer, Lukaku, Swaby, we have to check out that. But as I said, I'm not seeing in the mix this prolific goal scorer. Now when you check the teams, the Arnett Gardens, you would have seen, the Newton Sturgeons, the Fabian Reed, when you go over Portmore, all the way back from Bumpy Grant. You come and see, come right back from Bumpy, come all the way up to Jevon East. You see the youth, Jeffa? Yo, them rate the youth, but the youth has always been there. But as I say, you look at the championship teams, you always have a striker. You always had a striker. Even in Boys Town, when Boys Town was one of the marquee teams, when we just came back and then we started to look like we were in challenge again. Shaman Nicholson was leading the line. So you always have a strike. I'm yet to see, and this is something that I've been watching since the last time we got to saw Mount Pleasant playing before they went on the break. And I just can't see who's their out and out striker, who's going to score the goals.
I think
Swebe has never been, check his career, he has never been a prolific goal scorer. So it's just
4 more Pleasant, but at Umberland he was.
Not so much, because Swebe never really. I can't remember 2 seasons distinctly where Swebe finished with double digits in goal scoring. So that's where, as I said. But no doubt, I said Mount Pleasant overwhelming favourite. Them sure. First month, them sure.
Let's see what happened.
The coach T. Davis actually said it that he was kind of annoyed by the fact that the team played so slow. Yeah. And it's something that they'll have to work on. But as I say, it's the first match. Yeah, but I was expecting the big bad mighty Mount Pleasant to come out and just blow Tivoli.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure Tivoli just started 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. Even the coach, what's his name? What's the coach?
Philly.
I don't remember his name, but even the coach actually said it. He said, we just started training. We're just doing physical training. We don't even do no technical work or tactical work as yet. So, I mean, again, it just goes to show. Before we come off of Jamaican Premier League, what is your view on the age difference as you see the different clubs having the youngsters in versus the clubs that have the more mature players?
It's a bit mixtures. I don't more expect like a Humble Lion to probably have a little more youngsters in them team, but I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on down by Humble Lion that they're not having any younger players. Because I keep seeing the same set of old guys there now. So I know Humble Lion for the past 2-3 seasons.
And it's the same.
Don't have grab one player say, yo, these are the marquee players. The same old.
As I said, most of the teams are coming back with the same players, but it's just that I guess it was down to the uncertainty with the league. So let's see what happens.
Tivoli surprised me.
The transfer window open?
No,
I'm not sure the transfer window.
It's closed. Tivoli have a lot of youngsters.
Yeah, I'm sure all of you have. We've seen them, of course, in the Cavaliers. We've seen them.
We know the Cavaliers already. We
see them at Portmore. I was surprised when I saw Rafi. When I saw Rafi, that youngster was a standout man at JC.
Years, but I don't know. Football for him just went downhill. But
let's see if it comes back. Stay tuned for the Jamaican Premier League, which kicks off again Saturday. That's July what? Third? Week 2. So July's week 2 is going to kick off. We hope the time changes based on the corona thing. So hopefully with time change we can start watching games. Games are going to be played in the National Stadium as well. So people, the Jamaican Premier League, make sure you stay. We have a look back, Blingers, on your JFF and the Gold Cup squad. Stay tuned before we get off and go to the JFF and their Gold Cup squad, which we know you're not too support. The Jamaican Gold Cup team. But let's look at match day 2 for the Jamaican Premier League.
So first up we have Umberland versus Mount Pleasant. It's going to be a good game.
That should be a good game.
That game should schedule to start at 1 o'clock. Wow. 1 o'clock in the sun. Come on, man.
Let's go. Next game.
National Stadium in a curfew now. What time?
Next game, Blingers.
Second game, man. Dunbowling versus Waterhouse. And that's at 3. And that game should be showing.
Dunbowling a money team to watch them.
And on Sunday, we're going to have the Battle of the Gardens.
Wow.
Tivoli versus Arnett.
So technically, Arnett Gardens first real game.
Yeah, man. And next on Sunday, we have Very United versus Portmore, which starts at 3:30. That game going to start at 3:30. And the Monday night fixtures.
Monday night or Monday evening?
Yeah, man. Monday evening.
Monday evening.
Monday afternoon.
Monday afternoon.
We'll have big
Friday.
versus Cavaliers, the youngsters of Cavaliers.
Versus the youngsters of Harborview with Lovell.
Versus the youngsters of Harborview with Lovell at 3:30 p.m. That game should be a good game, you know.
Okay, so people, there you have it. Blingers.
What's your marquee game for the weekend?
I definitely want to see Mount Pleasant bounce back, definitely. And I think Lion have a squad with experienced players, and I think, as I said, they were balled off the park in the second half. So I think they have something to come to prove.
Mount Pleasant have beat Humble.
No, I'm just saying that's the marquee game for me. But of course, you know, Cavaliers and Harborview.
Yeah, I want to see
a lot of talent there.
We
want to see but you ask me a marquee game, you know. If you're looking at the league people, definitely you can't miss Monday game because technical and tactical, that's definitely a game that you want to see. If you want to see a game that is going to be robust and
Ludlow versus speed,
a little bit more heart and some more passion and a little bit more physicality, then you're going to see Mount Pleasant versus Humble. And if you definitely want to see a brawl, not saying that football won't be playing, but there's a lot more emotions when these teams play. Tivoli Gardens versus Arnett Gardens. There's too much emotions that sometimes football get. Go back to your Jamaican Gold Cup squad now. What's your Gold Cup team?
Oh Lord. So I don't know, persons in our WhatsApp group I've been getting some bashing.
The man tell me say, why Jamaica? You need to find a new co-host.
Everybody I say squad, big squad and this and that, but trust me, people,
get you the squad.
Half of them play them, I rate them. Alright? So for the goalkeepers we have Andre Blake, number 1, that's right. And we have Dylan Barnes, which is the English goalkeeper there. And Dennis Taylor from down at Humble. Okay. See him making the squad. Sorry that Dwayne Miller never make it. I didn't want Dwayne Miller in the squad instead of this Barnes too. He played up 1 year.
Get through the squad, the man.
23.
And then you want to pick the team. Listen, you want to send a resume in. James ever taking assistant coaches now.
Yeah, man, never do it. No worries, man.
As you talk too low, they get fired though. Let's go.
Defenders.
I want to stop again.
Defenders, Kemar Taxilans with Dan Asterica. We still haven't got that.
Well, what we're seeing now is that Toronto FC and the coaches are basically saying that they're unsure as to who are the players actually going to the World Cup. And I mean, Taxi would have just made that move over from Anderlecht, coming from a dismal time at Anderlecht to get to Toronto now. So it probably doesn't look on pre-season. I mean, for me personally, secure the bag, brother. You've been through a lot with the national setup, so if you want to secure the bag, secure the bag.
If him don't go, you know.
Yeah, man, I practically hit that. But we're yet to see. But Tax is officially in the squad. We're not sure if he's going to take it up. Go to
second, Damien Lowe. Yeah, man, centre back for me. Liam Moore.
Good you.
Agent Marapa. Yeah, my defender around the back there. O'Neil Fisher. Yeah, can be there. Because I was a
Fisher was a surprise still because Fisher was the one who went to Africa and came back into the MLS. You know. So I mean,
no man, not Fisher man, it's Alvas Paul.
Alvas Paul, sorry.
Fisher's
always been there. But Fisher was for me is a surprise again, as I would say. Because Fisher wasn't seen as one of the names. He was always in the squad before. Yeah, but since of late, they keep chop and change. So it's a surprise to see him in the Gold Cup squad now. But
and then,
well done, Fisher.
Amari Bell.
They man in a good. They in a good. Surprise.
Alvas Paul, yeah, we'll see Alvas Paul playing right.
At the stand out. I'm not sure if he's match ready, but at the stand out.
Michael Hector, we don't know. We still don't know his position for play Michael Hector.
Defensive midfield, I'm gonna have Michael in and watch this.
Rafael Morrison, is that confirmed?
Yeah, man, confirmed by the general.
What I'm hearing
confirmed today. General. Rafael is in the I want to say the farmer.
Get the visa.
Yeah, man getting passport and everything.
Man, I want to say the passport, but the American visa.
The farmer, Liverpool youth, Stuart. You know, but probably I don't think he's going to be in the Gold Cup squad, but we're looking at defensive.
The team come from Liverpool.
No, I'm just saying that the man is a part of the Jamaicans. Man.
Next one, moving to the rest of the midfielders now. We have Tariq McGee, yeah, not a surprising. Daniel Johnson, yeah, as long as the name Johnson, he's always in the squad for me. Lamar Walker. What's your look at that Lamar Walker?
It's either your
big move.
It's a good move for the future.
Move.
But if we're looking at the Gold Cup, I would say we really want to win the Gold Cup.
No, for me it's not to win the Gold Cup.
No, I'm just saying, if we're looking at the Gold Cup and say we want to win the Gold Cup, then I'm not saying what's the purpose you're going to bring him for. You don't want to bring these players just for publicity stunt, you know. You want to bring them
Bring
to
them
the
clean.
Exactly.
Clean.
But,
So when World
but we
Cup
all know,
start
we
from
all know that we
September.
won't be getting a game.
What?
That's what I'm telling you.
Lamar
He's just
walk
gonna
on
give us-
any other team.
Follow through.
Devon Speedy Williams.
Yeah,
How about World Cup player?
Speedy after that,
Yeah, man.
Speedy a veteran.
And Junior Fleming. Surprising for him there.
No, Junior need to be there too.
Alright,
Junior
pick up that
always
baseball
been-
what, the previous year.
Yeah, man.
MLS career.
Listen, I don't care what you want to say. Junior do have a big contract or whatever. Whenever Junior in the national team, when Junior tend to perform, he tend to perform. So,
So
have
move to the
have give him
forward
credit.
then now. Blair Tollgate, that's our pronounce it.
Tollgate, yes, Tollgate.
Them money are not good.
You don't know the money players. You can't
You
get a
must
very
have them not watch me. I go 2 o'clock in hours a night and watch ball game.
Alright,
Them money are not good. So we see Big Shamar, Bowser Nicholson,
There's no doubt. Yes.
Corber, have to make it. Jervon
have to
East.
make it still in about
Yeah
Corey.
man, no man, Corey man, trust me. In the MLS.
No, Corey has.
Corey
Listen,
the last week I
Corey.
watched Corey.
listen.
Sure.
When we're talking about strikers right now for the Jamaican national team,
Mm.
you see outside of that two between Nicholson and Corey Bird, then next down the order for me personally would have been Javon East. And because Javon East is versatility, because he can play on the wing and he can play a strike as well.
Yeah,
So
can play
that is
strike.
why we would always include Javon. Well, outside of those two, you're really hard to find. Unless you're going to find a bag of Englishman who ready to come in again.
And then Bobby Reed.
Them man, them in a rate, you know. I don't know how you rate them in about 5.
Ooh.
Who rate Bobby Reed as a strike? I don't see which part Bobby Reed. And I give Bobby Reed a big number 10.
How much more Bobby Reed scored for Fulham this season?
One for Liverpool. That's what.
Oh, think about 2
Bobby Reed can play local ball still in about. I'm just saying.
kicking out the final, Liam Bailey, seeing getting back fit based on his
Godfather.
toe injury.
Godfather.
So for me, people, there are certain players in the squad when not in there, they no good. This Blair, this them man, they no good.
Listen, this is the indication that I get about this particular Gold Cup is that nobody is taking it serious. So I am saying to you, I am
Mexico
saying
not
to
take
you,
it serious.
Mexico
World
definitely
Cup
not take it
qualifying, them
serious.
man, they take it
They're
for-
sending their quote-unquote B team. The Americans, they're not sending Christian Pulisic, they're not sending Weston McKennie, they're not sending a couple of their quality players.
Canada not doing
Because-
that. Canada focus on
Because
World Cup.
they are focusing on World Cup. So, I mean, this might be our best chance to win the World Cup. However,
also-
it can affect our World Cup. That's for me. Because again, as I said, if we have the players and things go bad in this tournament, and we already know our administration what we're doing, then it can damage. And we already saw our one already out here. So. And Leon Bailey did say this, people,
If we not
that
go
if
to
we
World
don't go to World Cup,
don't blame the players.
it's not the fault of the players, but the fault of the administration. So people, this is a big bad show. 2 halves. We're out.